Are you familiar with a doula and what they do? Well, to give new moms a little insight into the world of a doula, we've invited Bilen Berhanu, birth doula.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. So tell our viewers a little bit about what you do as a doula.
I'm a birth doula, so I work with pregnant women leading up to their pregnancy, leading up to birth, and I stay with them in their labor and stay with them a little bit after the birth, so that's kind of the scope of my work.
You can come on to the scene, into the relationship with this woman when? Anytime?
Anytime they folks contact you, basically, is when you start to work with them. Generally, people approach you in the second trimester, that kind of area. But I've also had cases where people have called me as soon as they found out and wanted to work with me. So that gives us a nice long stretch of time.
I think I always thought that a doula was with you kind of from the beginning. You made that decision pretty early on, and then they kind of coached you throughout, you know, and let you know a little bit of what to expect, and then of course they're present at the birth itself. Now you don't work directly with the hospitals, right, or the doctor. So what is your relationship like with the midwife or the doctor, whoever's actually delivering the baby?
Ideally, we'd like to work with women as early as possible so we can be a support and a resource to them throughout their pregnancy and their birth. And like you said, we are not part of the medical team. We do not provide any kind of clinical assistance or help of any kind. So when we are brought on the scene, we're part of the labor support team of the laboring woman. And our
and the partner.
And the partner as well. And family member, and whoever happens to be part of that team. We're just one more member who has a little bit more training on the specific physical and emotional comfort measures that would make the labor process go easier and better. The caregivers in the medical setting, it can vary. I mean, I'm lucky enough to be involved in this work at this stage in history where it's becoming more and more common, and we're oftentimes welcomed by the nursing staff and the OBGYNs and the doctors and the midwives. When we are trained, we're also given a bit of a few tips and tricks on how to charm hospital staff. One of my favorite things that I do that my doula teacher taught me is to always bring treats for the nurses.
Smart.
Yes.
That's very smart.
Donuts fix all your problems.
That's very good. That's very good.